All right, motherfuckers. Dark Passage tutorial. Let's fucking go. So this dark is... Look at this shitty start right here. How the fuck did that... Look at that. Look at this, how that gem missed. Like, how the fuck did that gem miss? Like, let's take that back in slow-mo real quick. You should try to flame charge these two boxes. You basically jump and flame charge to the left right here. So look at this. Frame by frame, you jump and flame charge. And the thing is you're usually going to miss that second one. And it looks like that second one should have gone in right there. But honestly, I missed it. That's pretty common. It's an easy jump charge recovery. Oh, I see why I missed. I was too far forward. Too far forward. Trash anyways. Ball sack. Let's continue. Clean that up. Gotta flame that guy. No biggie. Clean it up. Clean it up. Straightforward movement. Now here is a part where everyone gets fucked up. Now this is what you got to do. Let's take it back a few dozen frames. Here, what you need to do is you need to destroy these two metal boxes, but bear to the right as you flame this guy. See how I'm turning right already as I'm flaming him? And by the time I'm hitting him, I'm already turning right. That's the key to not getting hit by this guy right here. You want the shortest possible, like, short hop turn into the charge into this guy, so that way you can beat him in the Wild West duel that you have with him. Basically, it's like frames between the time he's about to shoot right there. So you need to get to him as quickly as possible. And I find that bearing right on this jokester is the key to getting to him in time so that he doesn't get you. Bearing to the right, flame, and then short hop charge him. Boom, and he's dead. Now look at that. I went for the double spring chest here, and there's actually a few of these in this level. Definitely recommend checking them out. They are risky, but if you get in here and turn... I pretty much had perfect execution here, but it just didn't work out. You can see that what I'm doing is I get in there, I flame, and I crank it to the left as I'm flaming. And usually that'll work. I'm actually very surprised that didn't work. Normally that'll work. Either way, you want to try to land on these like little rims right here and then jump into the wind tunnels that way. That way you can preserve upward momentum as well as possible. Here's homegirl Kazaya right here. Let me get the cursor senpai off the screen. Now, after you collect this dragon, there's two green gems. The first one is you land right on top of it, but the second one you got to turn right. Notice how I'm right on my thumbstick right there. You got to do a little quick turn to the right off screen right here at this part, and then you'll see. Then you'll collect that other green, okay? That's a really easy green to miss if you don't hold right on your thumbstick there, so be ready for that. Beautiful cleanup. With that guy's, just a quick aside, with this guy's arrow right here, you can just bear to the right on the wall. With these guys and their arrows, you kind of want to bait them out, but essentially as long as you bear to the right here, you'll get out of the way of his arrow pretty easily. Flame charge that, fade it back. That's a good, by the way, that spot's a great place to recover on sparks if you're down on sparks at that point. Pretty straightforward stuff. This is the Zando strat right here. Love that, where you go to the left, okay, in this area. You may be inclined to try to go for the dogs right away. That was the old strat, we'd kill the two doggies and then collect the gems, but it's much better. But the thing is it's tough though. This strat is tough because you need to have good charge glide and flame charge execution in order to get it. You got a full hop, and now look at these inputs. Charge glide. You need that charge glide in order to get far enough for this flame to reach before you hit the ground. Once you hit the ground, that's when the doggies see you. Like, enemy AI in this game tends to not recognize you until you hit the ground. So if you're airborne, that's going to be a crucial step in you not getting noticed by these dogs too early and getting eaten by them when you go for this strat. So really make sure you get a full hop, charge glide, and flame charge out of the air in order to hit this guy. And if you can do that cleanly, then this strat is basically, as the kids say, free. These guys are also a problem. Usually you'll get to them, if your execution is decent up to this point, you'll get to them on a favorable cycle. But I just like to flame this little jester here anyways. I mean, look how fucking long his legs are, dude. I like to flame this little jester anyways and then re-jump. So you can see I flamed while going up here, and then I jump one more time in that jump charge to get around him. Because these guys have pretty big hitboxes, right? So you don't want to bonk on them, basically. Look at that clipping right there. Epic. Well, let's keep watching here. And then, yeah, if you're quick with it and you're bearing right with this doggy, then you should be able to hit this guy before he, a little Wild West duel right there. The key with this, with being quick here, is making sure that you have this nice line of movement to where you hit this dog on the right, and then so you can hit this guy without him hitting you. Okay, pretty straightforward cleanup on those guys. After this dragon, you're going to be... This is a really badly placed dragon because you're behind the stair here, so just be aware that you're going to be... You have to jump right here. Now, generally, these guys, even if you're on a good cycle, these guys are going to be red here. So if you're too fast here, you actually might want to wait a moment here. Not for them to turn all the way back into small doggies again, but you want them to aggro you right before they turn into small doggies. Take a look at what happens here. So now see where they turned into small doggies? They gave me a really nice line, and it could be an even better line than this, but these two guys gave me such a line that I could just charge straight through all of them like that. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't get a little quick aggro on the red doggies first, and then while they were coming towards me, they get turned by the cycle. So just be aware of your cycles there. That's all I got to say. Now, this was bullshit. What you're supposed to do here is jump flame charge these two guys. And honestly, I'm going to ascertain that my execution was good here. I'm absolutely blown away this flame didn't connect. I'm assuming I didn't like aim left enough, but you want to double kill these guys. It's not hard. One way that you can extend the flame even further if you're having problems like the mistake I had here where you only hit one is you could try flame charge glide, and then that way the glide will kind of go extra far. Once you hit the ground, the flame won't go into the ground. It'll keep going forward. So that's one way of doing it. But yeah, you want to hit a double kill on these guys and then walk around them instead of getting eaten like a little bitch like I did on this run. Dude, see this little jump right here? You want to practice this little jump right here. It's tough to see that there's these two reds down here. You want to do a really early jump so you can catch those two reds without having to do an awkward recovery, right? So when I'm over here, right after I kill this dude right here, I'm jumping basically. Hit him and then jump. And now notice I curve it to the left. Look at my thumbstick. To the left, and then to the right. See what I'm saying there? I mean, that's just gorgeous. One more time. Let's just see that in full motion. Hit this guy, and then we're down. And then it's a really easy cleanup if you do it with that sort of strat. You could also jump charge down there. Ooh. Not a lot of people go for this strat. This is the double-double with extra cheese. Basically, you gotta fucking... You don't have to double flame charge these guys because one or the other that you don't kill right away is going to charge into you. So you could just double charge them. But I like to flame charge them so that way I'm a little bit centered, a little bit further back. So that way when I get the fucking gems to home in, I can fade back a short hop. And now look, you're in a perfect position to flame both of these boxes. The tricky thing is this lamp, and if you don't flame charge the doggies, that lamp is going to be a precarious position because you'll be further forward. Okay. Look at that. You flame it. And this one is going to come up earlier. This one's going to come up later. So you want to hit this one as it's coming up. And then beautiful. You're turning it off to the side so that it doesn't bonk. These two turtles eluded me for a long time. So with these two guys, if you want to be safe, you can just charge into one, bait the other's shot out, and then hit it. But really, you want to come from slightly off center to the right here and curve into them like that, right? Curve into them. Curve into them, all right? And that's the key. But if you curve too hard, then you're going to give this guy too much time to shoot. If you don't curve hard enough, then this guy will also shoot. So you got to find the right little off-center sort of hit on the side of this guy and then just barely hit it off to the left to hit this guy. You're off to the right, you curve it slightly to the left. It's think of it like a center. You're just barely off-center to the right and curve it left as you hit them. Check out my inputs there. I'm going in there. At this point, I'm already cranking left, and then I'm back off to the right again. To get around this, really easy to bonk on this corner, right? You're so focused on the two turtles, you forget to have the right movement around this corner. These corners in this game tend to have fatter hitboxes than you expect. So take a nice wide turn around it, charge right into that. Look at that. That was beautiful because that mushroom was like right perfectly in my way right there. So I just like hit that mushroom right there. That never happens. Usually, you'll be green sparks here. And what I recommend is if you're green sparks here and you don't get one of the mushrooms, don't go out of your way for one. I guarantee you they're going to give you the runaround. You're going to be like going in circles for like 5 to 10 seconds trying to get one. It's not worth it. If you have consistent execution on this level, you shouldn't have to worry about being green sparks at this point. But if you're a casual, if you're not used to this level, being green sparks here is scary. So, I leave that in your hands, but just know for me, where I'm at with the game right now, where I feel it's like you don't need to grab the extra sparks here. You're gonna be tempted to. So I say don't give in to that temptation. Save yourself the time. And then the other thing is if you get that sparks there, then you have to wait for it to collect to get these 3 gems as well. Moving through here. Now, this whole room, now the reason why I say I'm so consistent with this next part is because it's all very nuanced, this approach. We're hitting these boxes off to the left and then cranking this last one off to the right. So just notice I'm on the left side of these boxes and then I'm on the right side of this box. This puts you in a perfectly slightly off-center approach here. You want to have a nice centered approach. I'm a little bit off to the right, which is concerning. But yeah, I corrected that real quick and now we're in the center. Hit that guy as far as you can with a flame charge and then immediately fade back charge into this guy, all right? Immediately fade back charge into this guy. And same thing here, short hop and then charge into this guy. You need them to be a little bit off screen like that, so that way they don't see you. They're really consistent to be able to get without them hitting you, but you have to be quick. You have to be in their head. You can't be like, if you hesitate at all in a section like this, they're gonna hit you. But if you don't hesitate and you have that consistent, all right, I'm coming from the middle, I flame charge this guy, I fade back, I charge. I fade to the left, I charge. And you're good. Those guys haven't hit me in so long. Like, they're not even a problem. Now, check out this strat right here. Going off to the right now, I'm going to hit a double. Whoa. What the heck just happened there? I'm going to hit a double flame on these chests. You can see it's like glitching out. Hit a double flame on those chests right there. And look at that. That's beautiful. So, in order to hit that double flame comfortably, you need to be coming out of this shit, obviously facing right with the joystick. But once you see the camera come up, reassess flame charge. And then we're ascending with that. Okay. And you can just charge right through that. You can give it a little glide buffer to be safe. But then you should be able to hit this guy, right? Now, this guy is more of an issue because sometimes you'll want to bait out his shot. This one is particularly precarious. In this position, it's like a gamble. It's like a 50-50 whether he's going to hit you or not. But in this particular time, I got lucky. Now, these gems right here are a real doozy. Really, don't be afraid to walk through this section. I'm always trying to go, you're always trying to go fast. You don't want to walk. But this is a section where the mushrooms will get in your way 90% of the time. So there's no shame in walking these 2 gems right here and then jump charging the last one. If you get fucked over like this, I mean, it's just awkward recovery. I made that work, but it gets a lot more awkward than that. Trust me. We flamed we flamed this firework box on the way around. Take a look at that one more time. Killed the doggies, flame the firework. So kill the doggies, flame the firework, get around it. Boom, boom. Sometimes this doggy will run in towards you and sometimes he won't. So just be ready for his like erratic movement. I call them the philosophy dogs when they just stare at you and don't move. It's just like they're just thinking about their impending demise, And so we got a philosophy dog there. And now wait for that last gem to fall down. See, you can see the shadows from these gems right here. Wait for them to fall down. Don't jump for them because you'll have other gems to pick up. You're better off just waiting on the ground here, and you're good. Shouts to Apara. We also got obesity coming up next. I wonder what that green flicker is. I can't even know what that is. Going through here. Flame charge this. Yeah, that box right there is a nice flame charge. And you don't have to worry about, you really don't have to worry about any of these turtles. If you're going straight for them, you go right through the middle of them, they're not going to hit you. But you do want to flame charge this so you can get a nice, fade back jump charge into these stairs. Okay, fun fact, since we're talking about it, this lava to the left right here, you can actually stand on it. It's not lethal. Oh, but more relevantly, this guy right here, if you hit him perfectly into the corner, it varies depending on like whatever like animation he's on, but if you hit him perfectly into the corner and if you get lucky gem RNG, keep in mind gems can shoot out of their spawn point in any number of trajectories, and that's RNG. So if you hit this guy perfectly into the corner and you get good gem RNG, what'll happen is the gem will get perfectly out there enough that you can grab it out of the air. And furthermore, if I'd had a full hop at this point, then I could get straight onto the first stair. That's the ideal movement there, but it is literally based in RNG. So be ready for it not to work, that gold gem. Take that part slow. Notice how I recharged a couple times there. I wanted to make absolutely sure that I was like, you know, especially right here. It's so like, look at this. If I'd have just held square here, would have missed the blue, would have missed one of these boxes. Recharge. Look at my square button right there. Recharge and get through it. Boom. And now here you might be thinking, okay, now here you're thinking, all right, so I want to hit these doggies right here. So I'm going to go, you know, right to left. Don't do that. Go through the middle. Try to aim for a line that's like this, where you go kind of aiming for this one slightly, going for here, and then hitting that guy. Because look what's going to happen. This one to your right is going to come in towards you. He's going to run in every time. You could flame charge them or you could not. But if you go through that middle section left to right, it'll be a full triple kill, and then you can fade back a charge after grabbing the last green there. Be careful if you're not at gold sparks here. Imagine if I wasn't at gold sparks here. I would have hit this and then ran around that red gem if I wasn't careful. Shouts to Obesity, my favorite dragon. Shouts to Eyebolt. Go to the right here. Charge jump. Straightforward, straightforward. And during glides like this, I like to practice my flame timing. You know, you have nothing else to do. Flame. Notice how I only press circle once for each of those flames, right? The flame timing is important. And hey, long glides like this are a great time to practice it. Off to the left, hitting this guy, jump. Easy money. Sometimes the archery guy will kill this dog. If this dog had run, we got another philosophy dog here. He was just standing there, but a lot of times this dog will run in towards you, and if he does that, he'll get hit by this arrow. So be ready for that. You can actually get a charge. What's it called? Like a damage charge, where he gets damaged, but if you're charging close enough, you can get his gem to home in. So that's really cool. That can happen in this level. There. Again, gem RNG with that blue, sometimes it'll pop out in your favor and you can grab it out of the air. That's ideal, but that's not usually the case. You just want to be going straight here and no hesitation with these turtles. You just go right through. If you go straight through that turtle, the arrow will be off to your right, so you can hit this, fade it back. Now here you got to get real ballsy because this guy's going to shoot. And I got a little too ballsy. What you could do is you can go straight for a charge on this guy, then flame this dude after if you want to be safe. But you flame here, and honestly, I recommend if you're going to do this strat, that you flame him, bait out the shot, and then hit him. You could tell I was kind of trying to do that by moving off to his right side there, but it just didn't work out for me this time. Here's one more double. And because I took damage, I did this double from the left-hand side, but if you hadn't have taken damage, you would have been kind of further off against the wall. So you could have done a similar double strat to where you crank it, you get your nose as far as you can into this spring chest, and then crank it to the left as you're flaming, similarly to the first double spring chest of this level. Jump right into that. Beautiful. Always jumping into these wind tunnels. Be so careful with these two gems. I've lost so many runs to these gems. It's actually ridiculous. Don't be afraid to just play it slow. Recharge a couple times. Make sure you charge super close to the stair here. You might bonk. It's better to bonk than lose your run. Do a kind of a diagonal movement through the section. You can get them through the middle, but it's better just for safety to go through diagonally through this section right here. Really make sure you get the two. And now look at this. Look at that. I mean, dude, imagine. This was my PB. This was world record at the time. If I'd have jumped down and kept going here thinking that I flamed it, my run would have been dead. I would have had to run through the entire rest of... If you miss this firework, you have to run through the entire bottom section of the level again. Like, that's like a good like 30, 40 seconds of just running just to get back here. So don't fuck around with it. Play this spot so... This whole little platform right here. Play it so careful. Make sure you got those gems and make sure you hit this flame charge. It looks like that should have hit, honestly. But because I wasn't being... Like, look at that. That flame literally hit the fucking thing. But because I wasn't being too hasty with it, I faded it back, noticed it didn't hit. Make sure you have your sound on. Okay, this is another part of the run where you should have your sound on because this is a sound cue. I noticed the reason I knew that didn't go off was because I didn't hear the sound cue from it sizzling. So use sound if you can here. This is one of those spots where it literally saved my world record here. So I reflame that, go down here. Now what you can do is you can opt to kill these red guys early if you'd like. That's a totally valid route. Kill them, grab their gems, and then come around. Otherwise you'd end the level on that doggy, but right now we're going to end the level on these two red guys. So go through here, grab the fucking dragon. Bakari, shout outs to the Bakari. Charge. I just like to do a triple charge there. Honestly, I'm not trying to go too fancy with my flame. You can charge those and then flame charge the last one, but at that point you're gonna be doing a flame charge jump, and I don't know. I don't like to get too ballsy. I don't like to get too ballsy with my movement here. It's really easy to fuck up and fall into the fucking Baja Blast juice, and you just don't want to do that. Same thing here. If the gem RNG is nice to you and you end up like somewhere like right here at the end of it, then great. You know, you could go for a charge jump because there's like very clearly enough space to do a charge jump glide here. But if you end it like right here, like I did, you know, like if you go for a charge jump, it could like barely make it, and most times it's gonna miss. So most of the time, I recommend full hop gliding here. Now the cycle was on my side here. Sometimes this guy will not be on your side if he's big and fat. Jump all the way over here. You don't have to wait for him. You jump all the way over here and flame the guy around the right-hand side and then kill him while baiting out his hit. And then that's it. You kill these two guys and make sure that last gem right there lands on you, or that you jump charge into it or charge jump into it, so that way Sparks doesn't have to spend the extra time collecting it. And that's it for Dark Passage. I don't know what's up with those green checkerboards, dude. Old world record spliced. But yeah, guys, fucking that's the Dark Passage tutorial right there. Thank you guys for being so patient with these tutorials. I've been grinding out runs like a motherfucker lately. So, you know, your boy's a gamer first and a Spyro mentor and teacher second. So thanks for bearing with me. And guys, thanks for checking out, for being on my YouTube and hanging out and being the cutest motherfucking chatters I've ever seen in my life. To you, I just want to say cheers, have a great day, and good luck with your Spyro, and good luck with your life, whatever you decide to do. Salut, have a great day.